Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. Here's your daily news report and fourth stimulus check update. In this video, I will be going over how you can claim a missing stimulus payment, as well as how Democrats are trying to raise enough money to provide millions of Americans with new $1,400 stimulus checks. Also, next Friday, I will be giving away more Walmart gift cards. For more details on how to enter the giveaway, please make sure you watch until the end of this video. Thank you so much, everyone. Fresh off a House vote to advance a $3.5 trillion budget blueprint, Democrats must now draft a massive social spending package. Fresh off a House vote to advance a $3.5 trillion budget blueprint, Democrats must now draft a massive social spending package. But before Democrats pass the package with likely unanimous GOP opposition, they are facing some internal disagreements over how to fund it. Likely a collection of tax hikes on the wealthiest Americans, investors, and large companies. President Biden proposed a 28% corporate rate, higher than the current 21% level. But many moderate Democrats like Joe Manchin are already uneasy and say they'd prefer to see a 25% rate instead. In the process, they would partially roll back the former president's 2017 tax law. A part of that 2017 law includes how the government taxes U.S.-based multinational firms, depending on the location of their headquarters and where they earn their profits. Democrats want to overhaul this element to raise enough money to pay for measures like President Biden's child allowance, universal pre-K, and tuition-free community college, among others. Kyle Pomerlaw, a tax expert at the American Enterprise Institute, told NBC News that the tax changes could raise $800 billion. That is enough money for the federal government to finance two $1,400 stimulus checks, similar to the ones most Americans received in the $1.9 trillion Biden stimulus law during the crisis. Senators Ron Wyden of Oregon, Mark Warner of Virginia, and Sherrod Brown of Ohio are taking the lead. So on Wednesday, this trio released a draft framework aimed at ending incentives for companies to move operations out of the U.S. and encourage more to expand domestically. Many firms have used them to cut their tax bill well below the official 21% rate. Senator Ron Wyden said in a statement, "To right the ship, we are ending incentives to ship jobs overseas and closing loopholes that allow companies to stash their profits in tax havens." The former president's administration tax law enacted a system that included exemptions on where companies must pay taxes on overseas profits. That was a change from the prior arrangement, where firms could stash it abroad and completely avoid paying the full corporate tax. So everyone, the key word for this video is food. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment below this keyword to enter Friday's Walmart gift card giveaway. Thank you so much, everyone. Democrats are in favor of the current setup, but they want to levy higher tax rates to a wider range of profits, as well as tailor tax rates to individual countries and not impose them uniformly. That is part of the reason that the Biden administration is pushing for a 15% minimum tax as part of an agreement with nations in the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Democrats right now are attempting to persuade other countries to levy the 50% rate, so large firms cannot evade their taxes. Are you missing a monthly child tax credit payment, economic impact payment, or a tax refund? If yes, you may need to request a payment trace with the Internal Revenue Service. You can also do this if you misplace a check issued to you by the IRS, or in some cases, if you provided the IRS with an incorrect bank account number. Remember, before you start a payment trace, please check with the IRS about the status of your payment. If you filed a tax return and expect a tax refund, you can use the Where's My Refund tool or to determine your refund status. If you are missing a monthly child tax credit payment, check your status using the IRS Child Tax Credit Update portal. Finally, if you are still missing your stimulus payment, please check my Get My Payment tool on the irs.gov website. If the IRS agrees with your claim, it will credit your tax account for your stimulus payments. However, you will need to claim the 2020 Recovery Rebate Credit on your 2020 tax return to retrieve these funds. The Internal Revenue Service allows taxpayers to initiate a request to locate a missing, stolen, or lost payment. Once you start the payment trace, the Internal Revenue Service will determine whether the check was cashed. If it has not been cashed, the IRS will cancel the payment and issue a replacement check. For payments sent via direct deposit, the IRS will contact the bank to attempt to recover these payments. Banks have up to 90 days from the initial payment trace to respond to the IRS's request. So if you've lost a check, you can immediately initiate a payment trace to request that the check be canceled or reissued. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me here this afternoon. That is the end of the video for now. I hope you found some of this information helpful. Remember that next Friday, I will be giving away Walmart gift cards. To enter my giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also comment below the keyword of the video. Please know that there will be a keyword in each video. Whomever has the most correct keywords entered by next Friday's video will be automatically placed in the giveaway. There will be a total of 17 keywords. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed Sunday.
The ADA gives all Americans the opportunity to fully participate in our democracy, in our economy, and in our society. The ADA gives all Americans the opportunity to determine their own future. Self-determination, which I believe the government must facilitate. That is the impact of the ADA. And after all, the promise of America. At the same time, truth must be told. The ADA was a very important beginning, but there is still so much work to be done. Both on enforcement and future legislation. And that is why I am so heartened to see the generations of leaders who are here and remain committed to doing this work. In fact, earlier this month, I met with several leaders of the disability community who are fighting for voting rights. And they told me about the obstacles voters with visible and invisible disabilities face when casting a ballot. Long lines, rickety ramps, broken elevators, tables that are either too high or too low, complications with voting assistance. The list goes on and on. One of the leaders, in fact, said to me, she said, "Vice President, equity cannot be achieved without disability being part